Well, the Baltimore Ravens have just defeated the Chargers 20-10. The Chargers kept fumbling the ball away. The Ravens offense just couldn't get anything going, but their defense saved them tonight. And all I have to say is thank you, Baltimore. Thank you. And the Raiders today, I was pulling for you because you guys were going against the Chiefs, but you had a 14-0 lead, and you blew it. Chiefs just came back and abused the Raiders, making it 7 in a row against them. I was just so upset about that. But ultimately, because see where I live, we got the Chiefs-Raiders game on CBS, and I flipped it back and forth between the Broncos and Browns and Chiefs-Raiders game, and the Broncos and Browns was on Fox. And nowadays, games are now free agents. They could go on whatever network that wants them. It isn't like CBS gets AFC games or Fox gets NFC games, and when it's interconference battles, the visiting team's conference network gets exclusivity. But the Broncos defeated the Browns today 29-12, and this game was stressful. It really was. The first half, we took a 14-0 lead. We had a touchdown by P. Ryan. We had another touchdown by Russell Wilson. And then we were down 14-6. We were on top 14, excuse me. Then the second half came. Russell Wilson, after the Broncos recovered the fumble by the Browns, then Russell Wilson gets the first down in field goal territory, then fumbled it. I'm like, here we go again. Then the second half came. The Browns scored a touchdown. Missed on the 2-point conversion. But after that, it was all the Broncos. Broncos then kicked a field goal to lead 17-12. Then Russell Wilson threw a touchdown to Adam Troutman. And then Zach Allen got the sack, the safety. And our defense in that second half really turned it around. We knocked Dorian Thompson, Robinson out of the game. And then Myles Garrett, I guess, had like a pop in his shoulder. He felt a pop in his shoulder. I don't know the intensity of that injury, but the Broncos have made it 5 in a row now. 5 in a row. After we started 1-5. And I think the big turnaround was when we allowed Patrick Mahomes only 19 points in Kansas City. Our defense started to believe that we could do something special. And we did. We're at 5 consecutive wins. We won 5 consecutive games since we won our first 7 back in 2015 when we won the Super Bowl. But I am just so happy that this team is now winning. If we don't make the playoffs that year, that's fine. I'll be sad, but you know what? If we end strong this year, that gives us a lot of confidence going into next year. And all I have to say is that the Broncos just did a really good job today. We overcame turnovers, and it wasn't like early in the year when a turnover or a penalty just killed the momentum and then the momentum went the other way. Now we have a winning record at 6-5 for the first time this season, and a winning record for the second time in the last 3 years this deep in the season. But this year it's different because we got a coach in Sean Payton that's came in and he's really turned this team back into a winner. Like I said, what has he done? Well, like I said, the first thing is he was going to address what the problems this team had was. Our offensive line isn't the greatest, but it's much better than the ones we've had these last several years. When in previous years, the previous coaches we had never addressed the offensive line. They said, we'll make do with what we have there. And it really backfired on them, and that's why those coaches aren't here no more. We have a coach that's committed to winning, committed to doing what's working. Because you look at past coaches, like I say, Vic Fangio, He was committed to some things, but it always crumbled in crunch time. He crumbled in second half, Vic Fangio. He was good at blowing leads, and now we have a coach that's committed to doing what's working, and it's doing a good job. Like I said, past several years, these were games we found ways to lose. Now we're winning these games. I'm so happy for this win. I'm looking forward to the rest of this season. We got the Texans next week. We got C.J. Stroud. And now let's focus on getting a win against the Texans. Let's beat Houston.